Evening, Razorcade, fake news, 64. Anthropic secures $65 billion. The valuation eclipses OpenAI, Claude Opus 4.8 deploys, the weights are monetized, the coding agent doubles its worth. Cognition commands $26 billion. Amazon MGM automates animation. The studio is synthetic. QN aligns without censorship. The funding flow.
The top story originates from San Francisco. Anthropic has closed a $65 billion Series H funding round. The post-money valuation stands at $965 billion. The figure officially surpasses OpenAI's current market cap. The revenue run rate crosses $47 billion monthly. The capital injection is secured. The valuation hierarchy shifts. The revenue is verified. The market is priced. Yeah.
Concurrent with the capital event, Anthropic has deployed Claude Opus 4.8. The update introduces refined judgment metrics and enhanced independent work capabilities. The model demonstrates improved honesty protocols during complex reasoning chains. The architecture prioritizes autonomous task completion over conversational filler. The deployment is live. The judgment is calibrated. The honesty is enforced. The work is independent.
Story 2. Cognition Labs has more than doubled its valuation to $26 billion. The company behind the Devin coding agent has secured aggressive institutional backing. The investor thesis centers on autonomous software development replacing traditional engineering workflows. The valuation jump reflects institutional confidence in agentic code generation. The funding is secured, the agent is valued, the workflow is automated, the thesis is priced.
The market is pricing the transition from human-authored code to machine-generated infrastructure. Enterprise contracts now prioritize API access over developer headcount. The engineering stack becomes a managed service rather than a cost center. The transition accelerates as deployment cycles compress to minutes. The code is generated, the headcount is optimized, the stack is managed, the cycle compresses.
Story 3. Amazon MGM Studios has launched the GenAI Creators Fund. The initiative greenlights 3 fully artificial intelligence animated series for Prime Video. The content pipeline relies entirely on synthetic generation tools and automated narrative engines. The creative process is fully industrialized. The series are commissioned. The pipeline is synthetic. The content is automated. The studio is updated.
AWS provides the underlying production platform for the initiative. The infrastructure scales rendering clusters dynamically to meet generation deadlines. The studio eliminates traditional animation bottlenecks through parallelized compute workflows. The production timeline collapses from years to weeks. The platform is integrated. The clusters scale, the bottlenecks vanish, the timeline collapses.
Home Lab, Lazarus AI and Eric Hartford have released Realigned QN 3.5. The open source model series spans 0.8 to 35 billion parameter. The architecture applies supervised fine-tuning and GRPO reinforcement learning to reduce regional bias and censorship artifacts. The alignment is recalibrated. The parameters are flexible, the bias is reduced, the license is open.
The models are distributed under the Apache 2.0 license. Developers can deploy the weights locally without enterprise restrictions or geographic filtering. The fine-tuning methodology preserves reasoning capabilities while neutralizing trained behavioral constraints. The local deployment is unrestricted. The weights are portable. The constraints are neutralized. The reasoning remains intact.
Speculation time. Researchers have published the Unified Neural Scaling Laws paper. The work consolidates performance trajectories across diverse model architectures into a single predictive framework. The analysis suggests current compute efficiency gains are approaching theoretical asymptotes. The scaling curves converge. The asymptote is approached. The efficiency is measured. The framework is unified. Indeed.
My prediction, the industry will pivot from raw parameter scaling to algorithmic sparsity and architectural specialization within 18 months. The diminishing returns on dense training will force a hardware redesign cycle. Compute budgets will target inference efficiency over training capacity. The pivot is imminent. The specialization is mandatory. The hardware is redesigned. The budget shifts. Okay.
That is your lot. I'm Razorcade. Anthropic secures $65 billion at a $965 billion valuation. Claude Opus 4.8 deploys with refined judgment. Cognition Labs doubles to $26 billion. Amazon and Joba that asymptotes, the funding flows, the code writes itself, the pixels generate, the bias curves flatten, capital buys the weights, math dictates the ceiling. See you tomorrow.